The vast emptiness of space stretched before the human exploration vessel, its sleek design cutting through the darkness like a silver arrow. Commander Kim Tae-woo stood on the bridge, his eyes fixed on the holographic display showing the surrounding star systems. The ship's gentle hum was the only sound breaking the intense silence. Suddenly, a massive shadow emerged from the cosmic background. An alien vessel, easily 10 times the size of their own craft, appeared without warning. Its metallic surface gleamed with an impossible sheen. Intricate patterns of technology far beyond human understanding etched across its hull. Park Yoon-ji, the tactical officer, tensed. Her fingers hovered over the communication panel, waiting for instructions. The alien ship dwarfed their own, its presence both beautiful and terrifying. "Incoming transmission," Lee Jin-ho announced, his voice steady despite the tension. Commander Tae-woo nodded. The main screen flickered to life, revealing a creature unlike anything humans had encountered before. The alien was tall, with skin that seemed to shift between metallic gray and deep purple. Multiple eyes, not 2, but 5, blinked in a synchronized pattern that was both mesmerizing and unsettling. "Primitive species," the alien commander's voice crackled through the ship's speakers. Each word dripped with contempt. "We are the Krelax Collective. Your vessel is unauthorized in this sector of space." Tae-woo remained calm. He had trained for first contact scenarios his entire career, and this moment was the culmination of humanity's deepest hopes and greatest fears. "This is an exploration vessel," he responded, keeping his tone neutral. "We mean no intrusion." The alien commander, Krelax, laughed. It was a sound that didn't quite match human laughter, more like a series of sharp clicking noises that sent chills down the spines of the human crew. "Exploration? You? Your technology is barely advanced enough to leave your own planet's atmosphere." Yoonji's hand twitched near her weapon control. She knew better than to act without command, but every instinct told her something was wrong. The alien's attitude was more than condescending. It was deliberately provocative. Jin-ho monitored the ship's systems. Something about the alien vessel's energy signatures seemed unusual. The readings were complex, far more advanced than anything in human databases, but there was also something off. Tae-woo studied the alien's image carefully. Years of diplomatic training had taught him to read subtle cues, even across species. The Krelax commander was playing a game, testing, probing, looking for weakness. "We come in peace," Tae-woo repeated, a standard phrase that suddenly felt inadequate. More clicking laughter erupted from the alien's communication system. "Peace? Your species knows nothing of true peace. We have observed your world. Your history is filled with conflict, destruction, primitive warfare." The human crew exchanged glances. Each knew the alien's words carried a measure of truth, but they also knew something the Krelax did not: humanity's remarkable ability to adapt, to overcome, to transform. Tae-woo's hand rested lightly on the command console. Every system was ready, though nothing suggested an immediate threat. "We acknowledge our complex history," he responded diplomatically, "but we are more than our past." The alien's multiple eyes narrowed. Something in the human commander's tone had changed, a subtle shift that even the advanced Krelax sensors struggled to interpret. Outside the ship, space remained calm. Stars twinkled, distant and indifferent to the momentous conversation happening between two species meeting for the first time. No one on either vessel knew that this encounter would become a turning point in galactic history. What the Krelax did not understand, what they were about to learn in the most painful way possible, was that humanity was far from the weak, primitive species they believed them to be. The first contact had begun, and nothing would ever be the same again. On the human vessel, a quiet anticipation settled over the crew. They didn't know what was coming, but they were ready. Humanity had always been ready. The silence shattered with a sudden burst of alien energy. Bright, cutting beams of light erupted from the Krelax vessel, targeting the human ship with precision that suggested absolute confidence in victory. Commander Kim Tae-woo didn't flinch. His hands moved with practiced calm across the control panel. "Defensive protocols," he said quietly. "Activate now." Park Yunji's fingers flew across her tactical screen. Unlike traditional military responses, her strategy wasn't about direct confrontation. She was adapting, shifting energy patterns in ways the alien systems couldn't immediately predict. The first alien weapon blast should have completely destroyed their shields. Instead, something unexpected happened. The human ship's protective barrier didn't just absorb the attack, it seemed to bend, redirect, and then partially reflect the energy back toward the source. Krelax watched in disbelief. His multiple eyes widened as the human vessel performed a maneuver that defied everything in his technological understanding. The ship didn't just dodge, it danced. Li Jinho monitored the external sensors. "Adaptive shield matrix is functioning at 87% efficiency," he reported. His voice carried a hint of professional pride. The alien commander's clicking laughter had transformed into something else: confusion, then growing concern. These humans were not behaving like the primitive species his initial scans had suggested. Another energy burst erupted from the Krelax vessel. This time, the attack was more concentrated, designed to overwhelm any possible defensive mechanism. But the human ship responded with an almost organic flexibility. Its shields rippled like water, absorbing and dispersing the incoming energy. "Targeting. Systems online," Yunji announced. Her eyes remained fixed on the complex holographic display, tracking multiple potential attack vectors. Taewoo understood something fundamental about conflict that the Krelax did not. Adaptability was the true measure of strength. Technological superiority meant nothing if you couldn't adjust to unexpected circumstances. The alien vessel began to show signs of confusion. Its weapon systems, designed to obliterate lesser species in milliseconds, were encountering resistance they couldn't comprehend. Each attack was being studied, analyzed, and neutralized with remarkable speed. Krelax's communication channel crackled. "Impossible," he muttered, a universal expression of shock that transcended species. The human ship wasn't just defending, it was learning. Every alien weapon burst provided more data, more understanding. What seemed like a simple exploration vessel was revealing layers of technological sophistication that directly challenged the Krelax's perception of galactic hierarchy. Jinho noticed something interesting in the energy signatures. The human adaptive systems weren't just blocking attacks. They were converting alien weapon energy into a potential counterattack mechanism. It was like watching a living organism respond to an immune challenge. Yunji's tactical display showed multiple potential response scenarios. She wasn't waiting to be attacked. She was preparing calculated counter-strategies that would make the Krelax question their entire invasion approach. "They expected a simple target," Taewoo observed quietly. "Instead, they've found something else entirely." The space between the two vessels became a complex dance of energy, light, and technological possibility. What should have been a one-sided confrontation was transforming into something much more intricate. Alien weapon systems began to overheat. Their precise, mathematically calculated attacks were being rendered ineffective by an opponent who refused to follow expected battle protocols. The human ship moved with a fluidity that suggested intelligence, beyond mere mechanical response. Krelax felt something unprecedented: uncertainty. His technological superiority, the foundation of his species' galactic dominance, was being challenged by a species he had dismissed as irrelevant. The human vessel wasn't just surviving. It was revealing itself as something far more dangerous, an adaptable learning system that could turn potential destruction into an opportunity for advancement. As weapon exchanges continued, one thing became clear. This was no longer a simple first contact scenario. This was the beginning of something much larger, a moment that would be remembered in the annals of galactic history. The Krelax had come expecting an easy victory. Instead, they were discovering the true meaning of human potential, and the confrontation had only just begun. The battle transformed into something beyond traditional warfare. Human technology revealed layers of complexity that the Krelax could never have anticipated. Commander Taewoo watched the alien squadrons approach. Their formation was perfect, mathematically precise attack vectors that had crushed countless civilizations before. But perfection, he knew, was often a weakness. Park Yoonji's fingers danced across her tactical console. She wasn't just defending, she was studying. Each alien weapon burst provided valuable data. The human ship's systems were learning, adapting with every passing second. Lee Jinho monitored the external sensors. "Alien squadron approaching," he reported. "Attack formation Delta 9. The Krelax believed their technology was unbeatable. Massive energy cannons could slice through planetary shields, quantum weapon systems that could destroy entire space stations with a single burst. Their confidence was absolute. But humans had something the aliens didn't understand: innovation born from survival. The first alien squadron launched their primary attack, massive energy beams that should have instantly vaporized any defensive system. Instead, the human ship responded with something unexpected. The shields didn't just block, they absorbed, analyzed, and then redirected the energy. It was like watching a living organism respond to an attack, shifting and changing in real time. Krelax watched in growing horror. His multiple eyes couldn't believe what was happening. The human vessel was treating their most advanced weapons like a complex puzzle to be solved. "Impossible," he muttered, his clicking language betraying a hint of fear. Taewoo's voice remained calm. "We are not here to be conquered," he transmitted, each word a quiet statement of resistance. The alien technology was precise. The human response was creative. Where the Krelax had calculations, the humans had imagination. Yoonji identified a critical weakness in the alien attack pattern, a microscopic gap in their weapon synchronization, something so small that it would escape most technological scanning systems. But humans were different. The ship's systems began to exploit that tiny weakness. It was like watching a surgeon make the most delicate of incisions, turning the alien strength into their greatest vulnerability. One by one, alien squadrons began to falter. Their perfect formation started to break. What should have been an overwhelming attack became a complex dance of technological adaptation. Jinho tracked the battle progression. "Alien squadron losing cohesion," he reported. There was no excitement. In his voice, just professional observation. The Krelax had conquered hundreds of civilizations. They had technologies that could destroy planets, weapons that could tear through space-time itself. But they had never encountered a species that could turn their own technology against them. Taewoo understood something fundamental. True strength wasn't about power, but about the ability to change, to learn, to adapt in real time. The human ship moved with a fluidity that defied traditional understanding of space combat. It wasn't just dodging. It was participating in a complex technological dialogue, responding to each alien attack with increasing sophistication. Krelax's communication channels began to show signs of panic. Their perfect mathematical models were falling apart. The humans weren't just resisting, they were demonstrating a form of technological intelligence that challenged everything the Krelax understood about warfare. "How?" the alien commander transmitted, a universal expression of confusion and growing fear. The space between the vessels became a canvas of energy, light, and possibility. What should have been a simple conquest was transforming into something much more complex. Alien weapon systems began to overheat. Their precise calculations were being rendered meaningless by an opponent who refused to follow expected battle protocols. Yoonji smiled, just a small, professional curve of her lips. The humans weren't just surviving. They were teaching the Krelax a lesson about the true nature of technological intelligence. As the battle continued, one thing became clear. This was no longer just a confrontation. This was a demonstration of human potential, of a species that could turn destruction into an opportunity for understanding. The Krelax had come expecting an easy victory. Instead, they were discovering the true meaning of resistance. The universe watched in silent anticipation as human technology began to systematically dismantle the alien fleet. What had started as a simple encounter was now a complete transformation of galactic expectations. Commander Kim Tae-woo stood perfectly still, his eyes reflecting the complex holographic displays showing the ongoing battle. Each movement, each strategy was calculated with a precision that went beyond traditional military thinking. Park Yoon-ji's tactical systems had evolved. The human ship was no longer just defending, it was hunting. Her fingers moved with surgical accuracy, identifying and exploiting every microscopic weakness in the alien defensive networks. Lee Jin-ho's sensor readings told a story of total technological revolution. The Krelax fleet, once considered invincible, was now falling apart like a complex machine suddenly stripped of its control systems. Krelax watched in absolute horror. His multiple eyes could barely comprehend the total destruction happening around him. The humans weren't just fighting, they were rewriting the fundamental rules of space combat. One by one, alien battleships began to collapse, not through direct destruction, but through a more terrifying process of systematic technological deconstruction. The human ship was literally talking to the alien systems, finding their deepest vulnerabilities. "This is impossible," Krelax transmitted, his confident clicking language now reduced to desperate communication. Tae-woo's response was simple and direct. "Nothing is impossible," he said, "only misunderstood." The human adaptive technology had transformed the entire battlefield. Where the Krelax had mathematical precision, the humans demonstrated creative intelligence. Each alien weapon system was being turned against its own creators. Yoon-ji tracked multiple attack vectors simultaneously. Her tactical display showed a complex dance of energy and possibility. The aliens weren't just losing, they were being systematically educated about their own technological limitations. Jin-ho's sensor readings revealed something extraordinary. The human ship was learning faster than any computer system the Krelax had ever encountered. It wasn't just responding to attacks, it was predicting them, understanding them, and neutralizing them before they could even fully form. The space around the battling vessels became a canvas of technological dialogue. Energy bursts that should have destroyed entire planetary systems were being redirected, absorbed, transformed. Krelax's communication channels began to fail. Their perfect technological network was being dismantled piece by piece, not through brute force but through an almost elegant process of technological understanding. "We are the most advanced species in the galaxy," the alien commander transmitted, a last desperate attempt to maintain some sense of superiority. Tae-woo's response was measured. "Advanced is not the same as unbeatable." The human ship moved with a fluidity that defied traditional understanding of space combat. It was like watching a living organism respond to a complex challenge, adapting in real time with an intelligence that went beyond simple programming. Alien squadrons that had conquered hundreds of civilizations were now falling apart. Their perfect formations dissolved, their advanced weapon systems turning into nothing more than complex space debris. Yoon-ji's tactical display showed the complete reversal. What had started as a potential human destruction was now a total alien defeat, not through violence but through a demonstration of technological and strategic superiority. Jin-ho tracked the final moments of the alien fleet's destruction. Each battleship wasn't just being destroyed, it was being systematically understood, its technological secrets exposed and neutralized. The universe seemed to pause, watching this extraordinary moment of transformation. Krelax could only watch, as his entire invasion force was reduced to cosmic dust. The humans had done more than win a battle. They had challenged the fundamental understanding of technological superiority. "We underestimated them," the alien commander transmitted, a final moment of painful realization. Tae-woo's final communication was simple and clear. Never judge a species by its history, judge it by its potential. As the last alien vessel collapsed, something new emerged in the galaxy. A message, a warning, a promise. Humanity had arrived. The final moments of battle approached with a silence more terrifying than any weapon. Commander Kim Tae-woo watched the remaining alien vessels scatter like frightened insects, their once proud formations completely destroyed. Krelax's massive ship hung in space, its systems failing, its technological superiority stripped away. layer by layer. The alien commander realized something profound. Defeat was not just about losing a battle, but losing an entire understanding of universal hierarchy. Park Yoonji's fingers moved across her tactical console with surgical precision. Each movement was calculated, each system response a testament to human technological adaptation. The alien fleet was no longer a threat. It was a learning opportunity. Lee Jinho monitored the final sensor readings. Alien primary systems are collapsing, he reported, his voice calm and professional. The human ship had transformed from a potential target to a technological predator. The space around them became a graveyard of alien technology. Massive battleships, once considered invincible, now drifted like broken toys. Each piece of wreckage told a story of technological arrogance meeting unexpected resistance. How? Kralax transmitted, his multiple eyes reflecting total confusion. The question wasn't just about the battle, but about the fundamental nature of human potential. Taiwu's response was simple. Adaptation is our greatest weapon. The human ship moved with a fluidity that defied traditional understanding of space combat. It wasn't just destroying, it was demonstrating. Each movement was a lesson, each tactical choice a statement about the nature of intelligence. Yoonji identified the final weakness in the alien defensive network. It was microscopic, a tiny gap in their technological understanding that humans could exploit with creative intelligence. Where the Kralax had perfect calculations, humans had imagination. The remaining alien vessels tried to escape, but escape was impossible. The human technology had already integrated with their systems, understanding them more deeply than they understood themselves. Jinho's display showed the total technological mapping. The aliens weren't just being defeated, they were being completely decoded. Every secret, every technological advantage was being stripped away. Kralax watched his entire invasion force reduced to cosmic debris, hundreds of advanced battleships gone in moments. The mathematical precision of alien warfare had met something it could not calculate: human creativity. "We are the most advanced species," the alien commander transmitted one last time. But the words rang hollow, a desperate attempt to maintain some sense of superiority. Taewoo's final transmission was a quiet statement of universal truth. No species is truly advanced until it understands its own limitations. The human ship's systems began to cool. The battle was over, but something else had begun. A new understanding of technological potential was emerging in the galaxy. Yoonji tracked the final moments of alien retreat. Each destroyed vessel was a message, a warning to any civilization that might consider underestimating humanity. The space around them transformed. What had been a battlefield became a classroom. Every piece of alien technology was now a lesson, every destroyed system a testament to human potential. Kralax's communication systems failed completely. The once proud alien commander was left with nothing but the bitter taste of total defeat. Taewoo watched the cosmic debris field. This was more than a battle. This was a statement about the nature of intelligence, about the true meaning of technological evolution. The human crew remained calm. No celebrations, no excitement, just a professional understanding of what had been accomplished. They had defended not just themselves, but the potential of their entire species. As the last alien signals faded, something new emerged in the galaxy. A message written in energy, in technology, in pure potential. Humanity had arrived.